Welcome to another episode of Roll Up a Power. So get your blunts rolled and your drink poured. Alright? Now look, for this one, I'm going to be telling y'all about how my cousin molested me when I was a little bitty nigga. You know what I'm saying? Alright, now look. So, first and foremost, I done told y'all about my east side family and my west side family. Well, this was my east side family. You know what I'm saying? And this came from my auntie Mo. My auntie Mo, she is my daddy's sister. You know what I'm saying? And with that being said, that's my auntie, right? She had a son named Mark. Now look, my auntie Mo, she dead and gone. Rest in peace. So again, y'all know I don't lie on the dead. So follow me. Y'all know I don't play like that, right? Anyway, with my cousin, right? The nigga was bold business, but he used to always play like he wasn't, but he really was. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, the way how my daddy played it was he split me half and half. He would have me on West Warren in the hood with his homeboys half the time. Then he had me on the east side with his sisters, brothers, cousins, things like that. So I grew up on both sides of Detroit, the east and the west. You know what I'm saying? At this time, I was somewhere about like 7, 8 years old. You know what I'm saying? I don't really remember, but it was somewhere around there. My cousin Mark, he might have been like 11, 12 years old, something like that, right? Maybe a little younger, maybe a little older. Whatever it was, he was definitely older than me. You know what I'm saying? I haven't seen him since then, and I haven't fucked with him since then. So I really don't know our age difference. But I'm just giving you a little summary of somewhere around the time, right? Now look, let me break this down for you so you can understand why all this happened, right? Now look, first and foremost, y'all know I'm from the west side. My mama and my daddy is from West Warren. They grew up on the same block together. They got together, had me. My daddy was a gangbanging drug dealer. My mama was the quiet bookworm, stayed in the house. Basically, my mama was my daddy's kryptonite type shit. You know what I'm saying? So they got together, they had me, right? When they had me, my mama said, hey, we got to get the fuck from over here. This ain't it type shit. You know what I'm saying? So when my mama made the move, she made the move to 7 Mile. She didn't move out the city. She moved into another neighborhood in the city. She figured that 7 Mile was like a suburban area of Detroit. But really, it was still a developing area of Detroit. You know what I'm saying? So when we moved over there, it was nice, brick homes, just like this wall. You know what I'm saying? Everything was good. It was sweet. You know what I'm saying? Now look, I'm gonna be real. My generation, we the ones that fucked that neighborhood up. Real shit. Cause when my mama and my daddy moved over there, it wasn't nothing like that. So anyway, my mama felt like she found like a suburban neighborhood for us to move into. And that's what she did. When that happened, the rest of the family decided, hey, we got to get out the hood too. So my daddy's side of the family, they moved to the east side. My mama's side of the family, they stayed west. But they moved to different areas of the west side. You know what I'm saying? Type shit. All right. Now, this was with my daddy's side of the family. Now, I told y'all when he'd go to work, he'd always drop me off either on West Warren or on the east side, right? This is one of them times he dropped me off on the east side, right? Now, the east side where he dropped me off at is a neighborhood called Moraine. Moraine is basically a branch off of East 7 Mile. So where East 7 Mile ended, Moraine pick up at. They call it Moraine Chain Gang. If you know anything about Tone, that's his neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? So basically, that's where my auntie Mo moved it over there. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to my auntie Mo. She gone. Again, y'all know I don't lie on the dead. So what I'm about to tell you is 100%. But I need you to follow this so you can understand how all this shit happened, right? All right, so this is one of them times my daddy had to go to work. He dropped me off on the east side, right? I'm over there on the east side with my east side family. You know what I'm saying? My auntie Mo, her son Mark, and all of his homeboys, right? Nah, while I'm over there, my cousin Mark, he introduced me to all of his homeboys and shit, right? My cousin Mark was the funniest nigga back then that I known of. Before I met Scott and the white trash and how funny they is, it was my cousin Mark back then. Funniest nigga I knew. Like I said, I was like in between 7 and 9 years old. I was a little nigga, you know what I'm saying? Funniest nigga ever. So I love to go over there and hang with him, you know what I'm saying? And he was the only, child pretty much at that time. So my presence with him, me and him, we was like Batman and Robin type shit. You feel me? So every time I came over, he'd bring me around his friends. We had fun, Now his block, the block he grew up on was a block called White Hill, right? White Hill and Moraine. You know what I'm saying? He had a bunch of homeboys that stayed on that block. Back then in Detroit, every block was 30, 40 niggas on it. You know what I'm saying? So it was always something to do on every block in Detroit back then. You know what I'm saying? Well, he introduced me to all his boys. All his boys fuck with me. We all good. His boys is like anywhere from like 12 to like 15. So all of them older than me, right? I'm hanging with all the older niggas, you know what I'm saying? I'm learning a little shit from them, My cousin Mark, he had a homeboy named Brian from the block. Brian used to steal people go-karts. I don't know how he did it or where he did it to do this shit, but he used to steal people go-karts, right? He had like 5 or 6 go-karts in his mama garage. And his mama was the type that didn't say shit, you feel me? Because she didn't have a car or nothing. So he was just bagging go-karts in her garage. She ain't say shit. Stolen go-karts. So basically, when we want to ride out, have fun, we could go hit Brian's garage because he had all the go-karts. This was before we could drive cars and all that. My bad, that's the pull-up. So we had the go-karts to ride around in. Of course, I couldn't drive one because I was way underage. But we had them. So with us having these go-karts, we can get around and do little shit, right? Well, of course, that didn't last too long. You know what I'm saying? They stolen go-karts. They didn't last too long, So anyway, from the stolen go-karts, the next thing we was doing was catching a bus to the mall. Down the street from their neighborhood, which is Moraine, it was Eastland Mall. Anybody know about Eastland Mall? Eastland Mall is right down the street from Moraine. You know what I'm saying? Probably like 2 miles down the street from Moraine. So that's where we was at, right? Sometimes we would catch the bus up there. Sometimes we would walk up there. Anyway, by the time we get to the mall, we would get up there and be getting numbers. That's what we was doing. Mind you, I'm like 7, 8 years old at this time. And I'm watching all the teenagers go in the mall, get to talking to girls, writing down their number, right? So I'm taking notes from them. You know what I'm saying? Just like I told y'all before, me and my homies, we used to catch the bus to the mall to get numbers. I learned that from them East Side niggas on Moraine type shit, right? So I'm watching them do that. I'm learning from them, right? Next thing was, it's a street called Moros, which is halfway in between Moraine and Moros. In the middle of Moraine and Moros is the hood, which is all the Moraine guys. They Moraine gang. All of them GDs and some Crips in their neighborhood. You feel me? So I always grew up GD / Crip, 8-ball. I always been the east side of my family and the west side. It's always been that. So anyway, they was GD / Crips over there too. You feel me? So I fit right in. Everything was good, right? Well, while we catching a bus to the mall, getting numbers, now we over here in the hood on Moros, right? On Moros is kind of like 8 Mile. You got a street going eastbound on Moraine. You got a street coming back westbound on Moraine. And in between those two streets, you got an island full of grass, right? We call that grass an island. We used to play football in that island off of Moros and White Hill, right down the street from where my cousin stayed at. So it'd be like 10 to 15 of us out there playing football back and forth all day long. Cars coming back and forth, cars crashing, all type of shit. You know what I'm saying? We seen all that while we out there playing football. Mind you, I'm a little nigga seeing all this. You know what I'm saying? So I was exposed to all of this shit as a youngin', right? All right, fast forward the tape a little bit. Now, with one of the homies that was from the block, White Hill, it was a homie named Jeffrey. Jeffrey was the pretty boy. Jeffrey had all the women. Everybody in school that he went to, all of them loved him. Jeffrey was that nigga, right? So it wasn't nothing for him to have women come over, all of that kind of shit, right? Also, with my cousin Mark, he had a cousin of a cousin named DJ. DJ was another pretty boy nigga that had all the women. Rest in peace to DJ. He dead and gone too. He had bad diabetes and that shit killed him. You know what I'm saying? So again, I don't lie on the dead. Ain't none of this fake, none of that. You know what I'm saying? Now, with DJ being over all the time too, right? You got DJ, the pretty boy, and then you got Jeffrey, the pretty boy, right? I'm going to tell y'all about both of them. But let me go ahead and go on with the commentary, right? So anyway, with Jeffrey, we done did the go-karts, we did the mall, we did the footballing in the islands, right? Here's the next thing we doing. Now, Jeffrey, he was the type that had parents that always went out of town. So pretty much Jeffrey had the house to himself. Jeffrey was like 15 at the time. You know what I'm saying? Jeffrey always would throw house parties at his crib. Banging at his house party. All the women come over. The homies came over. I can never forget that. And mind you, I'm in the single district. I'm a youngin', you know what I'm saying? Watching these teenagers do their thing with these house parties. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, Jeffrey was that. I remember times where all of us on White Hill, we all be together and we walk to different blocks. And Jeffrey would run up on these girls' porch, knock on the door. Hey, I got a party at my house. Why don't y'all come over? Blah, blah, blah. Like, Jeffrey was that nigga. You know what I'm saying? So we would run house parties off of Jeffrey because Jeffrey knew how to go to these women's crib and get them to come to his house for house parties. So man, we was doing a lot of shit back then. You know what I'm saying? So with Jeffrey having the parties, and then DJ on the side, him doing his thing too. DJ was like 14, 15 at the time too. DJ was a young hot nigga that had diabetes. DJ died too. Rest in peace, DJ. He had bad diabetes. That shit took him out one day. So like I said, I didn't name a couple of people that didn't died. You know what I'm saying? And I don't lie on the dead. So y'all know this story is not fake. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, Jeffrey had the parties. So we was always house partying at his house, all type of shit, right? So we did the go-karts, we did the mall, we did the playing football in the island, we did the house parties. We did a lot of shit in a little bitty time. You know what I'm saying? Well, anyway, this was one of them kind of nights where DJ spent the night with us. Me, my cousin Mark, and DJ. We all was spending the night at my auntie Mo house. My auntie Mo, she had a boyfriend at the time. His name was Danny. Danny's son was DJ, right? So that's how DJ came about. So you got me, my cousin Mark, and DJ. Mark came from Auntie Mo. DJ came from Danny, which was Mo boyfriend. And you got me, which is Auntie Mo brother, son, which is me, right? All three of us, we'd be in this house together. She had a nice big house over there. You know what I'm saying? So all three of us be in this house after Mo and Danny go to sleep for the night. What we'd do at night is we'd play hide and go seek type shit in between the three of us. Now mind you, we didn't have fun all motherfucking day. You know what I'm saying? Now it's nighttime. We ain't going to sleep. We playing hide and go seek in the house type shit. You know what I'm saying? Man, we did that a bunch of times. Had fun. Like laughing and shit. You know, while you playing hide and go seek, you know, you got to be quiet, you know. And then like the nigga like Mark, he a fart. Oh my God, be the funniest shit. We get caught all the time because he a fart, you know. It was just funny shit, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, with all that being said, right, we did the hide and go seek thing a few times. With that being said, DJ, he was a little older than us, but he rocked with us real tough. So he had him a little girlfriend that had a car. And she used to always pull up and all that. She'll let him drive her car, all that. DJ was that nigga, you know what I'm saying? But he had diabetes and he died from it. So before he died from it, he always was playing hide and go seek with us, all of that. Like, that's what we did at night. My bad. That's the poet, you know what I'm saying? DJ always played hide and go seek with us. That was the homie, you know what I'm saying? So we did that every night, all the time. We'd run the streets all day, and then at night we'd play hide and go seek in the house. Sometimes whoever it is, they gotta play, you know, the seeking to find whoever is hiding. Sometimes we'd crack jokes to reveal where you at. You know what I'm saying? Every time it was on DJ, he'd crack a joke, man. And he'd find us. Like, that shit was funny as hell. Hilarious shit. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, this was one of them nights. We playing hide and go seek, right? So while we playing hide and go seek, I went and hid in a little area where it's kind of like a little blind spot where ain't nobody really paying no attention to. So while I'm going to hide there, DJ was the seeker. So he counting. giving me and Mark time to go ahead and go hide wherever we at. You know what I'm saying? While I went to go hide, he come Mark trying to come hide where I was hiding at. You know what I'm saying? So he get there where I'm at. I'm like, man, get on. Woo. You know? He like, DJ ain't gonna find us here, man. We just gotta be quiet. Woo, woo, woo. So Mark was kind of like behind me. You know what I'm saying? While we hiding this shit, type shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, all right, whatever. DJ counted. I think the count was like 10 or 15. You know what I'm saying? He made his count. Now here he come to come find us, right? He come find us. He couldn't. Because me and Mark, we was in a little blind spot, like, that he didn't know about. You know what I'm saying? So he got to cracking jokes to get us to laugh. You know what I'm saying? So he can figure out where we at. This shit happened. He found us. In the middle of that, Mark right behind me, he got his arm around me, all of that. I'm not thinking nothing of it. Like, this my cousin. We having fun, blah, blah, blah. You know, type shit. Well, we get found. We run the course over again. All right. Now it's on to the next seeker to find the people that's hiding, blah, blah, blah. That's how the night kept going. Right. All right. Next thing you know, we done for the night. Well, hide and go seek. We tired. We done. Call it a night. Right. DJ had his own room. You know what I'm saying? To go to sleep in. Me and Mark, we slept in Mark's room type shit. You know what I'm saying? So, me and Mark, we go to the room. We watch a little TV. We laughing, talking shit. Oh, man, DJ couldn't find us. He had to crack a joke. Woo, woo, blah, blah, all of that, right? So, we get in the bed. We go to sleep, right? Maybe like an hour later. Maybe 2, something like that. Whatever. Mark woke me up. Hey, get up. Come on, man. We about to play hide and go seek again. I jumped right up. Cool, bet. Let's do it. You know what I'm saying? We went back downstairs. While we go back downstairs, we in the living room where the TV at and all of that shit, right? I go down there and Mark already got the TV on. Mind you, we supposed to be playing hide and seek, you know. But Mark got this TV on. And the TV is playing like pornos. Now, mind you, back then, I ain't know nothing about pornos, so this was some new shit to me. You know what I'm saying? And basically, the porno that he had playing basically was like a guy jacking off. You know what I'm saying? Now, at that time, I didn't know what your dick was about. All I just knew was that you piss out of it. You know what I'm saying? Type shit. I didn't know it's cause for what you do with it. I'm a little bitty ass kid, so I'm just thinking this is all you use, you know, to piss and type shit like that, right? So when I come in there, I'm watching this guy on the video jacking off, right? When I come in there, my cousin Mark sitting there watching. I'm like, what's going on? We supposed to be playing hide and go seek. He like, yeah, man, DJ ain't came down. Yeah, let's watch this video. Whatever, man. So I'm sitting there with him, and he watching the video. This nigga pull his pants down and get to jacking off and shit, right? Mind you, I'm a little ass kid. I don't know what the fuck going on. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, all I know is that private area is for you to use the bathroom, shit like that. So he telling me, like, look, this is called your dick. This is what you do with your dick. You know what I'm saying? You play with it and some motherfucking nut come out of it type of shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? You know? He just jacking off watching the video. Boom, he nut. Now, mind you, I'm a little ass kid. I don't got no nut in me. So for me to see some nut was something new at that point. You know what I'm saying? My cousin nutty. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, that's what happened type shit. You know what I'm saying? He like, yeah, you know, this is what we do as boys. Woo. I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. You know what I'm saying? After that, he put on another video showing me where 2 men was having sex. So basically, he trying to groom me to say, like, hey, it's cool for men to do this with each other. You know what I'm saying? So while I'm watching the video, I'm like, damn, this is what men do? Like, remind you, I'm like 7, 8 years old. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, this is what men do? Like, I mean, mind you, I don't know the difference between boys and men, but I'm just saying, like, damn, this is what we do, you know? Anyway, while we watching the video, and I had to pause for this, because this is something I never told anybody. Why you telling us, Mr. Roll Up? Y'all my audience. Y'all fuck with me. I fuck with y'all. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know that I would have an audience like this that wanted to know about my life. So since y'all want to know, let me go ahead and give it to you. I'm not looking for no sympathy. I'm not looking for none of that. No innocent projects. I'm not looking for none of that shit. I'm just giving y'all what happened to me. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, while he's showing me the video, he like, yeah, this is what we do. Blah, 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 blah. We just not as old as them, but this is what we do. You know, type shit. Mind you, DJ's still upstairs. You know what I'm saying? DJ was supposed to be counting, but that nigga ended up falling asleep type shit. Because this the middle of the night. You know what I'm saying? He was supposed to be counting, but he ended up falling asleep, right? So while he fell asleep, me and Mark is downstairs watching this video of two men on it, right? Well, while we watching it, like I said, my cousin Mark, he over there jacking off. He like, look, this what you do. Woo, woo, woo. He did that. He like, look, man, let's try, you know, what they did type of shit. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was a kid. I didn't know no better. I trusted my cousin. This ain't, again, this not no sympathy or none. I'm not looking for none of that at all. This was supposed to go to the grave. But since my audience fuck with me, I'm gonna give y'all the real about who I am. You know what I'm saying? So even if this reach 1 million people or if it reach one person, I'm giving y'all the real, what happened to me. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, watching this video, my cousin like, hey, let's try this. You know what I'm saying? This is what we supposed to do. This is how this happened. You see these two men doing it. This is what we supposed to do. I ain't gonna lie to you. I bent over. I did what they was doing in the video. I bent over, right? I'm like, all right, whatever, let's try it. Let's see how it go. In the middle of us playing hide and seek, I ended up doing this. I thought that DJ was just taking forever to count or whatever, you know. But little did we know, he fell asleep. And my cousin Mark knew this shit. You know what I'm saying? He had all this set up. So anyway, I bent over, right? And my cousin Mark, you know, he, what can you call it? More like, he inserted in me, you know, type shit. When he inserted in me, I knew that something wasn't right. Back then, as a little bitty ass child, I knew it wasn't right. You know what I'm saying? He might have got like 3 or 4 strokes. And I'm like, hey, look, this ain't it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I pushed him off of me, all that. Nah, I don't like this. This not my thing. You know what I'm saying? He like, man, what's wrong, bro? We family. You know I ain't gonna do nothing wrong to you, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, look, I'm not feeling it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care what you talking about or what's on this video, but I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a little bitty ass kid saying this, like, I don't like that. You feel me? So anyway, just so y'all know, like, I knew as a kid, like, the whole man on man thing, I knew that then that wasn't it. Even though he already inserted into me and everything, and I only let him do that because he was my favorite cousin. And I really trusted in him. I really believed that he wouldn't do me wrong. Like, he wouldn't play with me or none of that. I believe this out of my cousin. You know what I'm saying? This was my favorite cousin. He was funny as fuck. He showed me shit that I didn't know nothing about. He brought me around his homeboys. All of them was 100. We had a good time. Blah, 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 the fucking blah. When all along, he was trying to groom me. Basically, to be his little girlfriend or somebody, to try some sexual shit with. I don't even know where he got that from. Maybe somebody tried that on him one day and he liked it. So he decided to try it on me because he knew I was his younger cousin that never been through that. You know what I'm saying? So yes, he inserted in me. I'm not gonna lie. It did happen. But again, like I said, a couple strokes in, I knew something wasn't right. Get off of me. Get off of me. I don't give a fuck, even if it's right or wrong. I don't like it. Get off of me. You know what I'm saying? So after that, he like, man, what's the problem? Blah, 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 blah. I don't like it. I don't care what's going on. I don't care even if this is how it go. Even if it show that on the video, I don't like it. You know what I'm saying? I just don't like it. I was done with it. After my cousin Mark realized that I didn't have that feeling for it, he tried to play it like, oh, okay, you right, my bad. I ain't mean, whoa, this is just something I just seen on the video, so I just seen, thought like we should try it. Whoa. When he knew the whole time he was bold business, and his whole thing was trying to groom me into being on the type of time he was on. You know what I'm saying? But again, mind you, I'm like 7, 8 years old. I don't know right from wrong. All I know is your dick, you just supposed to piss out of it. You know what I'm saying? Shake it off when you done pissing. That's all I know about a dick at that time. But the whole time he's showing me a video like, look, this is what you do your dick. You put your dick in a man booty. You know what I'm saying? But nah, that wasn't it. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't feel that. So my whole point of all of this is, even when I was a kid, I knew that men on men wasn't right. So I never been a DL nigga. I never been that whatever. I experienced that as a kid, and I knew it wasn't right then. You know what I'm saying? So when that happened, I went upstairs to the bedroom, and I went and got in the bed and I laid down. You know what I'm saying? And my cousin Mark, he came up there. He like, bro, you good? Woo, woo. I'm like, yeah, I'm cool. Mind you, DJ in the next room snoring. He knocked out. He was supposed to be coming down there to find us on some hide seat type shit. But Mark knew that he would be asleep because DJ was a diabetic. So he knew that DJ had to be asleep at a certain time. So my cousin Mark had all this shit set up from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Type shit. You feel me? So anyway, with that being said, Mark came up. He came and got in bed with me. Me and Mark slept in his bed. So when he came and got in the bed, he like, man, you good? You straight? Woo, woo. I'm like, yeah, man, I'm cool. I just don't like that, I don't know what that was, but I don't like it. It's not my thing. So all of that to tell you, I knew at 7, 8 years old that men on men was not my thing at all. That was not for me. And I never did that or none of that. None of that. That was just that time he tried me. And that was because I was young, I was vulnerable, I didn't know no better, and this is my cousin. I trusted him. Somebody that I really loved, that I really fuck with, that I laugh with every day, that brought me around his homeboys, all type of experiences. Like, it was just crazy, you know what I'm saying? So, all in all, I knew back then that men was not my thing. You know what I'm saying? I knew that I was meant for women. Because I'm not into men no type of way. No matter how many times y'all might hear me on here saying, hey, yeah, he was handsome. Yeah, he a handsome man. I don't like men. I'm gonna keep it 100. If dude was handsome, he was a handsome man. That's just what it is. I got a bunch of guys in my clique that are handsome men, but I would never do nothing with them. Never. At all. Look, I had one guy in my crew. I told y'all about this nigga. My nigga Shine. Right? Shine was a light skinned, he basically was like a Chris Brown type of nigga. You know what I'm saying? I never in my life tried nothing funny with him, never said nothing to him, none of that. You know what I'm saying? He had the most hoes out of all of us. Even the hoes in the hood that we couldn't get, he got them. I never tried nothing funny with him, none of that. Like, men was just never my thing. But I don't have a problem with admitting, like, yeah, he handsome. Because if you handsome, you are handsome. And if you get women, you get women. I'm not no hating ass nigga. Oh, nah, I don't judge men. And like, man, look, get on with that lame ass shit. That shit weak, that shit lame, and that's some hoe ass shit. Because us as men, we know that if another man is handsome and he get women, or he a fine type of nigga to women, we know that. Just like how a woman know that type of man is appealing to them. Us as men, we know the same thing. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no gay thing. That's just life. You know what I'm saying? So basically, my homie Shine, he was appealing to all the women. You know what I'm saying? I never tried no freaky ass funny shit with him. And this is after my cousin tried that bullshit with me. And Sean was one of my homies from the block, one of my mans. You know what I'm saying? Me and him, we done had hoes together and all that, but we never did the same room. We never did the same bitches. We never did none of that. And Sean probably would have did it with me because of the type of nigga that I was. Like, I always was on go. I always did that shit with him. Whatever the fuck had to happen, I had his back. So I know that Sean would have never had a problem if we had to run a bitch or whatever or none of that. I was never on that because that was never my style. I never ran a bitch with my homies. I never did no, two niggas, one woman. I never did in my life, ever. You feel me? And all of this is after what my cousin did to me. You feel me? I just knew at a young age that two men wasn't it. You know what I'm saying? I knew that after my cousin tried me, when I trusted him with my life, because he was the funniest thing to me. And he showed me a lot of shit. So I really had a lot of trust for my cousin. I really had a lot of honor, a lot of dignity for him. Our real life had a sense of, I know if something happened, he got my back. You know what I'm saying? Type shit. That's how I felt about him at that time. But once he penetrated me on some video type shit, like, he knew what he was doing. You know what I'm saying? He knew the difference between regular pornos and gay pornos. And basically, that's what he played for me. Because he knew that DJ was asleep. Because DJ was a diabetic. And again, DJ died from his diabetes. You know what I'm saying? Type of shit. But DJ died from his diabetes probably like 2 or 3 years later. You know what I'm saying? But he knew that DJ had to take certain medicines that knocked him out at certain times. Blah, 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 blah. I didn't know this. All I knew was when DJ came around, we had a great time. Because DJ was that nigga. DJ was the pretty boy. He had all the women. DJ was the type, he'd have bitches pull up in their own cars. You know what I'm saying? And them bitches would pull up and be like, hey, just drop me off at home. You can have my car for the day. And half the time, that's how we got to Eastland Mall. Sometimes we had to catch the bus. Sometimes it was off of DJ girls that'll pull up. And they'd be like, look, just drop me off. You got a car for the day. You know what I'm saying? And he knew that about DJ. When I didn't know at that time, I didn't know nothing about diabetes and all of that shit. You know what I'm saying? But my cousin Martin knew that. And he knew he had to be asleep by a certain time, blah, 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 all of that. So he knew all that. That's why Mark came and woke me up. Like, hey, we about to play another round of hide and go seek. You know what I'm saying? DJ it. So let's go hide. Whole time, this nigga had a whole plan on how to molest me. You know what I'm saying? When he knew DJ was asleep, I thought DJ was in there counting. But DJ was asleep for real. You know what I'm saying? He had a whole play on me like, basically, I'm about to rape my cousin on some gay shit. You know what I'm saying? And he knew the type of love that I had for him. So basically, he figured since I had that type of love for him, I'm going to engage with him. I'm going to be on that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? We going to fuck and we going to do that time and time. And I'm going to keep coming over and I'm going to be with it. This is what my cousin Mark was thinking. You know what I'm saying? Wrong idea, homie. I don't roll like that. I don't fuck with kids. I don't fuck with men. At all. I'm very heterosexual. I like women. Even at a young age, at 7, 8 years old, I knew that him inserting in me, I knew that wasn't right. A lot of y'all might have said, like, why you let him put your dick in you and all of that? Again, I was a little bitty ass nigga. And I ain't making no excuse for it. If you want to say, hey, I was old enough to know better or whatever, you know, fine. You can have it. You know what I'm saying? But I was not expecting this at all from my favorite cousin that I love so much, that I had nothing but love for. My blood cousin. I would have never thought that he would have tried to disappropriate me. You know what I'm saying? I thought that he had my best interest after everything that we've been through, after everything that we seen, after everything that we did, all the places that we went together. With us going to the mall, talking to women, and they showing me how to talk to women and things like that. The house parties that Jeffrey had. Jeffrey had a house party every fucking week. Jeffrey mama, she had a boyfriend, right? The boyfriend had money. So they was out of town every fucking week. You know what I'm saying? They stayed gone. So every week they was going somewhere. So basically Jeffrey had the house to himself. You know what I'm saying? With Jeffrey having the house to himself, he threw house parties. So with me watching a movie like House Party, and I didn't put that in my shorts with the house parties from the movie House Party. That's exactly how it was. As us being young teens, me not even being a teenager. I'm 7, 8 years old. You know what I'm saying? Watching all the teens had this house party. So I knew about house parties back then. You know what I'm saying? In the 90s. You feel me? When I was just a little bitty ass boy. And I loved being around them because they was live action. They was a little older than me and my crowd. So they didn't do the same things that me and my crowd did. So I love going over there. Man, what? Every time my daddy say, hey, you want to go over to Mark's house? You want to go over there with Auntie Mo? Man, shoot me over there. The fuck is you talking about? Because I already know what type of time we on. We about to turn up as soon as I get over there. You feel me? Like, we about to go up. You know what I'm saying? Man, little did I know, my cousin Mark been plotting on me the whole time to have sex with me. You know what I'm saying? And it's sad because it's like, why would you want to do that with a family member that love you so much, you know, as you being a funny man? You bringing joy to this type of person. But again, maybe that was his way, figuring that he had me vulnerable so that maybe I wouldn't say nothing. Maybe I wouldn't be on nothing because I was his favorite. You know what I'm saying? But whole time it's like, man, that shit bogus as hell, bro. Why you coming like that? You know what I'm saying? I'm your family member. You feel me? So anyway, he tried that. I wasn't with it. You know what I'm saying? So after that night, the very next morning, I called my daddy. My daddy dead and gone. You know what I'm saying? I didn't name my daddy. He dead and gone. My auntie Mo, which is Mark's mother, she is dead and gone. I'm naming people that was involved in this at the time. Nah, they didn't know what was going on, but they was there. You know what I'm saying? Again, I don't lie about nothing that I talk about. These two dead people that was in the mix, but they didn't know what was going on. You know what I'm saying? And I don't lie on the dead. So y'all know I'm not doing this for likes, clicks, or views. Like, you don't gotta like it. You don't gotta view it. You don't gotta subscribe. No, I don't give a fuck. This is to my true, loyal audience that fuck with me. So I'm gonna give y'all the real about me, because since y'all roll me like that and y'all wanna know about who I am, let me go ahead and give you the real. Cause on some real nigga shit, on Beezy, I was gonna take this to the grave. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, with that being said, right? When I went home, right? My daddy was like, you know, what's wrong? You good? I'm like, no, everything good. I played like everything was straight, right? Like, I didn't act different or nothing, even though my cousin Mark penetrated me on some bullshit. You feel me? I went home and like ain't nothing happened. I'm not gonna lie to you. I went to the bathroom 100 times. I looked at my booty hole and all that. I'm like, am I a woman? Like, what the fuck going on? You know what I'm saying? Even though I wasn't, you know, all blown out and none of that type of shit. It was just the whole fact, like, this nigga stuck his thing in me. You know what I'm saying? And even though he only got a couple of strokes, it still was like I had to check on me. You know what I'm saying? But wasn't nothing different, none of that. No, not at all. It was just, that's just where I was at with it at that point in time, you know. And of course, my daddy, he very observant of me. So he been asking me over the next couple of days, what's wrong with you? What's going on? You know what I'm saying? And that's the same way I am with my kids. I know when they not happy. I know when things not right for them. Same thing with my daddy. He knew something wasn't right with me. You know what I'm saying? So about like day 2 or day 3, I'm like, look, man, don't take me over there no more. I don't want to go over there no more. You know? He like, what's wrong? What happened? I'm like, nothing. I just don't want to go over there no more. So I don't know the conversation he had with my auntie Mo. Maybe he might have told her like, hey, you know, my son not comfortable with coming over there no more. Whoop-de-whoop. You know, I really don't know the conversation he had with her. But he knew not to take me over there no more. You know what I'm saying? I was done with that. That chapter of my life was over with. Nah. He did something to me that I didn't like. He did something that I wasn't familiar with. Even though I was 7, 8 years old, whatever, 7, 8, 9 years old at the time. No. That wasn't it. That wasn't nothing that I was into. That wasn't nothing that I liked. No. Not at all. And again, I never told on him. I just told my dad, nah, don't bring me over there no more. That shit over with. My dad left it at that. I don't know if he knew in the back of his mind, like, hey, maybe something happened to him while he was over there. Or maybe not. Whatever the case was, he just knew not to ever take me over there ever again. So, with that chapter, it ended right there. My daddy never questioned me, and he never took me over there again. He just respected my word, which is, nah, I'm cool. I'm not going over there no more. I'm good. I don't care none of that. I'm good. And never again my daddy ever took me over there. You know what I'm saying? So just say fast forward to tape, my auntie Mo died, they moved and all that shit, you know. It was over with for White Hill and Moraine. You know what I'm saying? But I still ride past that house time to time, and I just think like, you know, my favorite cousin that I love so much, man, he did me both in that same fucking house. You know what I'm saying? Like, before he even jumped on all that, he could have been like, hey, you know, is this something you interested in or anything? Like, nah, he tried to groom me. Just like how men be trying to groom these little girls and things like that. My cousin Mark tried to groom me as a little ass kid. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna lie, I did go through with the whole transaction because I trusted him. I didn't know what was going on. So I'm not gonna make it seem like I'm 100% innocent and all of that. Like, nah, I wasn't. I went through with the transaction, even though I watched the video on TV. You know what I'm saying? And he's sitting there jacking off and shit. I still went through with the transaction. But I never would have thought that my cousin would have did that to me. You know what I'm saying? I never would have thought that he would have did something wrong to me. I thought that what he was on was something right. But when he penetrated me, all that was going through my mind is, this not right. Something not right with this situation. No matter, even if it is your cousin that make you laugh all day. It's your cousin that showed you this and that from the homeboys. It's your cousin that's supposed to have this love for you. This your cousin that you sleep in the bed with while you over here. This is your cousin. When that situation happened, it didn't feel right to me. You know what I'm saying? So from that moment on, I knew that I wasn't no gay man. I knew that I didn't like men. No matter how many times I could tell you, yeah, dog, handsome. Yeah, he a pretty boy. Yeah, he get all the women. Woody woo, woody woo. It's never been my thing. I don't like men at all. And I knew that when my cousin penetrated me. I knew that from that moment. Like, this ain't it. This ain't it. You know what I'm saying? And after I told my daddy, you stop taking me over there, again, rest in peace to my daddy. That's 3 people out of this whole story that I done told you about that didn't die. And again, I don't lie on the dead. I don't lie on the dead. That's the poet. My bad. You know what I'm saying? My auntie Mo, my cousin DJ, and my father. You know what I'm saying? Out of them 3, I told my daddy, I was like, don't take me over there no more. I never told him what happened. I never said nothing to my auntie. I never said nothing to DJ or none of the family members. I was going to take that to the grave. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, that happened, but I'm not going to get bro in trouble. I'm not. That's just how I was coming, because I was on that street call. I was on that street shit at that time. That's how I was coming. Nah, I didn't go back to my hood, and I didn't tell none of my homies. So, for my homies from my hood that's watching this, it is what it is. Yes, that happened to me. And all my homies from my block, they all knew about my cousin Mark. They knew about me going on the east side. They knew about all. They just didn't know that my cousin tried some shit on me one day. You know what I'm saying? Because I never said nothing. I was going to take that shit to the grave type shit. You know what I'm saying? So if you watching this right now, yes, he tried me. That's why I stopped going over here. My daddy, he never asked me, like, he never questioned me, like, what's going on with you and him? What happened? I don't know if my daddy felt that something happened between me and him, and maybe he didn't want to go there, but he never went there. He was just like, all right, you not going over there no more? Cool. I'm not going to send you over there no more. And whatever talk he had with my Auntie Mo, again, my Auntie Mo dead and gone. Whatever talk he had with her, I never went over there no more. I just wasn't with it no more. And at that time, this was my favorite cousin. Like, that nigga was funny as fuck to me. You know what I'm saying? And like every time I came over, we did something different. You know what I'm saying? I loved it. Because on the block, as a young nigga with my niggas, all we did post up on the block. We talked our shit, we laughed, and then we went back in the house. But when I went on the east side, him and his crew, they was older than me. So they was into different things. You know what I'm saying? So I love going over there. I love being over there with them. I love doing different shit. And then I go back to the west and I present what I learned from them to my homies. You know what I'm saying? So of course my homies was like, hey, you know, what happened? Why you ain't bringing nothing new to us? Like, what's going on? You ain't been on the east side lately? What the fuck going on? I just straight up played it to the homies, like, yeah, I don't go over there no more. I don't fuck with my cousin. Fuck that nigga. Woo, woo, woo. I never said he was a gay nigga or he was on some bullshit. I was like, man, fuck that nigga. You know what I'm saying? We got our own shit. Let's go here, run it up. Let's do our thing. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of time I was on with my crew. You know what I'm saying? We pushed on from that. But my crew never knew this. You know what I'm saying? So all of y'all tuned in to my channel, this is something new for y'all. This is something new to the world. You know what I'm saying? I only told one person about this, and this is my cousin Marcus. And my cousin Marcus, he probably watching this. I had a cousin named Mark, and I had a cousin named Marcus. Marcus was a little older than me and Mark. You know what I'm saying? But Marcus didn't hang out with us because he was a little older than us. Long story short, my cousin Marcus, right? He moved out of town some years ago. So he been down south doing his thing. He never knew nothing about this situation. So this is not nothing to put on him or none of that. He ain't know nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? He was just one of the east side family that fucked with my cousin Mark like that. So long story short, he been out of town for a couple of years, you know what I'm saying, type of shit. And then he came back last year. When he came back, he hit me up, hey, cuz, I'm here. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, bet, I ain't seen my cousin like 15 years. My cousin Marcus, not Mark, not the weird one, my cousin Marcus, which is another cousin, you know what I'm saying? From another mother, all of that, you know what I'm saying? But we was all in cahoots because these was my daddy's sisters. These my daddy's sisters' kids, you know what I'm saying? So my auntie Mo had my cousin Mark. My auntie Lenore had my cousin Marcus and my cousin Jonathan, right? So with Marcus, he like, hey bro, I'm here. Woo, woo, woo. Man, I came shot straight to him. Just so this was last summer when I pulled up, right? When I got to the house, my cousin Mark, that did that weird shit back then, he was there. I haven't seen him since I was a kid, all the way up until last year, right? When I came in the house and I seen my cousin Mark in there, I wanted to do him so bad. I wanted to knock that nigga out and beat the shit out of him. I swear I did. You know what I'm saying? And my cousin Mark, he knew that. He seen that in my face. He knew that I had that for him. And he didn't say not one word to me while I was there. Mind you, I haven't seen him in almost like, hold up. Maybe about like 25 years, I haven't seen my cousin Mark. You know what I'm saying? Behind this shit. Real nigga, right? So my first time seeing him 25 years later, you know? And when he seen me in that house, when my cousin Marcus invited me there and all of that, I did not expect him to be there. You know what I'm saying? And my cousin Mark, he ain't want no smoke with me. He already knew how I was coming. He ain't even looked me in my eyes. And I stayed there maybe like 30 minutes to chop it up with Marcus and Mark, but Mark didn't talk at all. It was just me and Marcus talking type shit. And I know my cousin Marcus watching my page. 100, you fam, bro. There's nothing against you. You know what I'm saying? And you know that I had a whole little talk with you behind this. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just go ahead and throw this out there. Like, Mark was a fucking pedophile. You know what I'm saying? And he tried a nigga when I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? So again, Marcus didn't know nothing about this. His whole thing was to bring the family together. You know what I'm saying? So when it happened and I seen Mark in that house, I pulled Marcus outside. Me and him, we jumped in the car. We rolled back to the hood. I went in, took him somewhere to a weed house, cause he was trying to get some weed for his wife. He didn't smoke weed. You know what I'm saying? So I pulled him out. Boom. We went and got some weed for his woman. In the middle of that ride, I told Marcus, I was like, look, bro, I know I ain't never said nothing, you know what I'm saying? But Mark tried some shit on me when we was kids. This is why I don't fuck with him. You know what I'm saying? And Marcus was like, damn, that's some real nigga shit. You feel me? I feel it. If you don't want to be here or none of that, you know, all of that. So by the time we got back to the house, I didn't even go back in. I was like, look, I don't want to fuck that nigga up. You know what I'm saying? Me and you, we got our connection. We'll deal with each other later on in life, you know? And that's exactly how that happened. I didn't go back in that house. My cousin Marcus, he went back in the house with them, and he continued on with his day. I left and I went on and continued by my day. Because Mark knew what he did back then. He knew that shit wasn't real. He knew that shit wasn't right. You know what I'm saying? So again, I'm bringing to y'all what happened to me as a shorty. You know what I'm saying? So if you in the middle of something like this and that's not for you, stop it right then and there. You know what I'm saying? Don't make no excuses. Stop it right there. Because this is exactly how kids get molested by older family members. This is exactly how that shit happened. You know what I'm saying? And it happened every day, daily. So hopefully my story can reach some of y'all. Your own family members will molest you before an outside motherfucker do it. It be your own family members that'll do it, man. So don't think that family is everything, because they not. Your same family members will turn on your ass. So make sure that you sharp with your family members that you hang around. No matter how funny they is, no matter how much money they got, no matter how many cars they switch up in, no matter the material designer they got, none of that. If that motherfucker bold and they trying you, cut them off. Don't fuck with them no more, because they grooming you to be they bitch. And that's just the honest truth. I was just one of them that slipped out of there. I ain't about to be your bitch. You got me fucked up. Because if I would have played the game with my cousin, guess what? I'd be his little bitch that he'll fuck on whenever you want to. Because he funny and he know that I fuck with him. But all along, he's supposed to be my cousin. He's supposed to be guiding me. He's supposed to be basically my best friend at that point. But really, he looked at me as like a girlfriend. But luckily, I was raised different. My daddy didn't play that. You know what I'm saying? And my daddy wasn't on that. I got my genes from him. I just had to learn the long way, the hard way, that my cousin in real life was trying to groom me to be his little girlfriend. And I wasn't having it. So this message is to everybody that might be going through something with a family member right now. If they trying to groom you in any type of way, let it go. And if you got to, tell your people, let them know, hey, such and such tried me. I'm not with that. Because it's not for you. It's not. If you know it ain't right, guess what? It's not right. It's been another episode of Roll Up a Power Up. So get your blunts rolled and your drink poured.